Hey, what's up? Do you use a wheelchair to get around? Because I do, and it sucks. And you can't go wherever you want. You can't go around and stomp on people's flowers or run around on the beach, any number of things like that. So, for a weekend, I got one of the Magic Mobility six wheeled off road chairs. Use it for a weekend in a few different places on the beach. And basically, I'm just going to show you a bunch of real world scenarios of all the places I use this. And you want to go running around without worrying about sidewalks or ramps or curbs or anything like that. So, yeah. Don't worry, this video is not a slideshow. This is what the chair looks like. I just want to show you in the driveway without all the sand and dirt so you get an idea of what we're dealing with. And it has a seat lift, which is great. You can get way up in the air, although you can't move with the seat raised up this high. So this chair does pretty well. This is actually like pea gravel here. And gets through that without really any problem at all. Most chairs get stuck the second you get near this stuff. So yeah, I think this might actually be fairly well designed. Alright, we're cruising down the sidewalk here. Moving at a pretty good clip. This chair is definitely not slow. But then I noticed a pathway off to my left and decided to go ahead and take a detour. Since this is an off-road chair, I might as well try and put it through its paces. It handled pretty well. Now that I'm down off the sidewalk, let's see if we can get to where I'm going without cruising down the road. Notice this field here, so cruise right across at full speed. Piles of gravel, dirt, rocks, grass, twigs, all of it. No big deal. It looks a little bit bumpy, but it's actually not bad. You can see here on the grass, it's pretty smooth. I hadn't tried hopping down a curb yet, so I wasn't going to attempt it right here. Figured I'd go around the back of the building and see if there's a pathway first. Whew! Got a little bit muddy back there. Coming to the end of the sidewalk and I notice, oh no, there's no connecting pathway. Once again, not a problem. This thing is so seriously amazing, like, there's no way I'd ever be able to take this route in a regular power chair at all. Now I gotta clean off the tires and the grass. Wouldn't want to track mud into the store. So we come up here to the store, and that's where this chair works best. It's excellent off-road, but it's small enough to fit through doorways, and you can take it right into a store. One nice feature, though, is people definitely get out of your way when they see you coming in this thing. Step on the ground, no problem, run right over it. We're finished at the store, time to head back now. With traditional power chairs, you really have to know where you're going and plan out your route, because the sidewalk might randomly end. Then you have to circle back and go across the road so you don't get stuck in gravel or bark dust or anything like that. This one you just hammer down and throttle through whatever obstacles may be in your way. Giant crushed rock, smooth sailing. I'm down here in a town that I don't normally visit very often, and I have no idea what the configurations of the sidewalks or anything like that are. And this is the first time I've used this chair, and I'm just finding it amazing. You can go wherever you want, and everything seems to work out pretty well. You can cut corners on the sidewalks. It's all good. Even inside McDonald's. Now, it's very tight going through a door. You really need someone to help you hold it.
This one barely fits.
You know, right? Okay, okay. Take care.
But, point is, you can go off-road and go inside a store, no problem.
This is great. You don't have to be careful at all about running one tire off the sidewalk and getting stuck. Most chairs you do that, you're out of luck. This one, it's no big deal. Like right here, for example. Normally that would have been really hard to get around on a regular chair, but not this one. Giant bump. Honestly, I probably didn't even have to slow down for that. The tire pressure's low enough that it doesn't send you jolting. And as you see here, I'm carrying 2 coffees and food from McDonald's. Just a mild bump.
After going down to my friend's place in a town I don't normally go to, oh hey, there's a cat in my lap. I spent a day down there running around on the sidewalks, and seemed to work pretty good, especially in an area that I'd never used a power chair in before. It's always nice to not have to worry about your route and getting stuck and whatnot. All right, get out. The jet ski competition down at the beach the next day. Decided, hey, this chair's a great thing to use for that. So loaded it up in the short bus and went on down there. Have a look. I do most of my filming with a Galaxy Note 5. I apologize for this really crappy music that it's playing, but the phone made its own montage of down at the beach, and I figured it was pretty decent, and it's only about 60 seconds long. So I'll let you enjoy a little bit more of that music here. Chair did pretty well on the hard-packed sand. When it got into the really loose and fluffy stuff, I had to be careful and make sure I was going full throttle. Got high-centered a few times, but someone behind me could just easily push or rock the chair a little bit, and I would get free almost immediately. Definitely want to make sure you have some help with you when you're around a beach with a chair like this.
That's awesome. Totally different story. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Sean Stark.
Yeah.
First time ever. First time rookies on the water. Let me see if I can catch up with the Manic Hispanic. Edgar Quesada, just some thoughts on your heat, bud.
Oh, hey, Don.
I had fun. I don't know. We blew it out and I have to okay, fair enough. I'll give you that one. I'll definitely give you that one. So again, I know Taylor Kirk's been helping you out. I probably have some other people you wanted to thank.
Yeah, Roy, TCP Ride, Fritz Trucking, just all the guys at home and man up above.
Overall, this thing works great. The seat lift is awesome. You can get up high and actually see over crowds of people. Even though the tires dig in a bit, you still get plenty of traction. Although it's good to have help with you if you're out on the beach in case you do get stuck. But it's amazing. I haven't been on the beach in years. Here I am, running around, no problems at all. You do have to be careful, though, to make sure your feet don't fall off with a foot plate. I used a bungee cord, or had my friend tie my feet down with a bungee cord. And it will fit on a wheelchair lift, which is good, because if you can't get in a vehicle, you definitely can't go anywhere. Chair worked incredibly well. Running around town, inside stores, whatnot, down at the beach. But Magic Mobility makes yet another model of chair. This other one is called the V6. It's a mid-wheel drive chair. But they make the X8, which is a four-wheel drive chair. It has 4 800-watt motors and tiller-style steering, which means the front wheels pivot instead of turning around a central axis like most power chairs do. It fits on a wheelchair lift actually a little bit better than the V6 one does, but its main function is for outdoors, in the snow, in the dirt, pretty much anywhere you'd never go with a power chair, even places that the X6 would never go. So I got a few video clips of that, now you can watch. This chair is a serious beast. I actually couldn't even get it into my van without help. But it's totally worth it. Four-wheel drive, 4 800-watt motors, giant batteries, all the torque and power you could ever need. These videos don't do it justice. Granted, they are vertical videos. Sorry, Christina had to point that out. But here in the forest, it just runs around, no problem at all. Goes over anything you want.
Love that thing.
Yeah, I like it.
But gotta try it in the snow as well. Don't worry, I didn't tip over. And of course, what's curb hopping in the snow with a chair like this?
Snow on the top.
Right here.
There we go. No problem.
Couple of chairs made by Magic Mobility. The V6, which is a mid-wheel drive chair, and the X8, which is a four-wheel drive off-road beast. The X8, I will point out, does not have any legitimate insurance billing codes whatsoever. There's no real justification an insurance company would ever buy that for you. The V6, on the other hand, with the standard style tires, can actually be billed out with some insurance plans. And then it's super easy to bolt on those giant tires. So it's one of those things. They're both kind of expensive, but you know, if you really want to get around and run around outside and I don't know. It's the closest thing to like walking and running around in the woods that I've experienced. I liken them both to a trophy truck. You can just run anywhere you want, no problems at all, and super reliable, super powerful. So anyways, there you go. I've used enough of your time, and yeah, have a good one.